You take that sugar free, stick it on the tip of my finger and shove it in my ass.
Well, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Our show is brought to you today by Recontex. Recontex in Springfield, your your one-stop vehicle reconditioning center. It's Recontex. Call them today, 217-670-1132. Call Recontex and have them give your car detail. They will detail your car. It will be looking so great. So great. It's Recontex. Call them and get yourself a detail set up. Or maybe have them put a remote car start in your vehicle. How about that? Where all you do is wake up, hit a button, your car gets nice and toasty for you when you get in. You don't have to. That way you go from outside the car to inside the car, and you're automatically warm. How about that? Or in the summer, you can make it automatically cool. But I think we're a little bit more concerned about the going into a warm environment today. It's Recontex over the corner of 8th and Black. Call today, 217-670-1132. And we are brought to you by our friends at Just Beds. It's Just Beds. That's right, Just Beds. 3120 Montvale Drive. 3120 Montvale Drive is the place where you can go in and lay in a bunch of comfortable beds and decide which one you want. And then you go home. You go home and wait for it to be delivered. Because that's what they do at Just Beds. They deliver you a bed. They deliver it, and it's amazing. You don't have to carry your bed home on top of your car like some Beverly Hillbilly. No, you just go home and they deliver it to you. That's how it's supposed to be. They bring it in, they set it up, they even get rid of the old one for you. And Steve knows just how comfortable those beds are because he has been sleeping. You slept last night in your bed?
Yes, I did.
Tell me what you think about it.
It's like,
oh, for heavens.
It's like sleeping on a cloud.
I cannot believe
it. Down and I just
tell everyone about the Christmas present you got.
Which one?
Christmas present from Just Beds.
I got a brand new bed, brand new freaking Sealy Posturepedic pillow top mattress, box spring and frame, all delivered and set up.
Look at that.
And they took my old one too.
I wonder what did they throw it in your front yard?
Well, he said he was going to, but I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, how bad did they laugh when they saw that mattress that you had?
Oh, they laughed hysterically when they said, "Why do you have these two thin mattresses like this?" I mean, the two mattresses I had don't equal the three mattresses sorry. The two mattresses I had didn't equal the one mattress that I have now.
That's unbelievable. I mean,
what did they say about your milk dud stain?
I told them it was a milk dud stain. And they said, that's okay, sir. We have a lot of those sometimes.
So you're not the only one.
Yeah, a lot of milk duds in the area, huh?
He said it usually comes from elderly people.
Yeah. Did you say, oh, okay? Or did you say, oh, I'll tell those elderly people if I ever see them?
I felt better when they said, oh, okay. You know, oh, don't worry about it. We could stay in beds all the time. Oh, good. I'm glad I don't have to tell them what that stain is. But especially the guy, he had it right up on his face, carrying on his shoulder. I didn't want to say, dude, that's a shit stain you're smelling, but I just passed on that,
I'm sure he knew.
But you've been sleeping in the real bed, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's fantastic. Way to go, Steve.
Good. I'm glad.
Way to go, Steve Arena.
Mm-hmm.
You sleep in an actual bed.
Yeah.
You're not like some, you're no longer sleeping in a chair like.
I still take naps in the chair.
Well, you could do that, but
that's different. That's okay.
But going to sleep at night, you need to get up and go into a bedroom and get a good sleep. That's great.
Mhm.
That makes me happy, Steve. Makes me happy.
Makes me happy.
How are you doing?
Makes me feel fine. Makes me feel fine.
By the way, I'm very glad that Christina's in the room today. Thank God.
Yes. I woke up. First thing I did when I woke up, I'm like, do we have internet? Please let us have internet. And it was on. I was like, thank God. I hate
So
when I'm not able to be on the show.
So we missed this big storm they've been talking about. Did it miss us?
I have no idea.
No, it did.
I don't see any of the snow, right? There's no snow. I mean, I know we're getting wind and stuff, but the snow is fine, right? Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Dan will be on in a little bit. He'll update us.
I think it's coming more closer to Friday. Now they were a little bit off on their anticipations. I tell you what, it was colder than snot outside yesterday. I went to go to the doctor's office, and God bless America.
All I know is I'm doing the show, that I'm working out, and that's a good thing for me. That's all I know. So, anyway, I see listeners are jumping in. Vogue says, "Morning, Raymond, Christina, Dan, in the chat room."
Morning, Jason.
And Mushmouth. Diane says, "Good morning, all." Well, good morning, Diane.
Good morning.
Karen says, "Good morning."
Morning.
What's up, Percy?
Tom says, "Good morning, Ray, Chrissy, Dan, Irene, Holly, Amanda, Jason, Volk, Karen, Diane, and the president of the Dirty Mattress Collectors Club, and Mr. HD, Steve."
Good morning, Puddin'.
Yeah, Steve does have that HD camera now. He looks,
he looks really good.
He looks professional.
Yes.
He does look a little dirtier now. Because
I hope not.
We can see him more, you know what I mean? So
yeah. You are keeping clean now, aren't you? Are you bathing daily?
No, he's not.
Yeah. What's the weather?
Have you showered since you've been home?
No, he hasn't.
Oh my God, Steven.
Have you been showering since you
Yes, every day before I go to the doctor's office.
Good.
What? but I'm doing something that somebody told me you didn't have to do. I'm showering and bathing my body, but I'm not always washing my hair.
Yeah, that's what I do. I don't
because I don't want to I can't get my arm wet, so I got to kind of wash
my hair once or twice a week. I don't wash my hair every day.
You're not supposed to wash every day.
If I don't wrap my arm up, I don't wash my hair.
I got to tell you, I think it's why, I don't know. I think it's why my hair's looked the way it has for the last
It does look a little full. Yeah.
My hair's more full. I mean, I have a lot of friends. They're losing their hair. I don't even have a receding hairline.
Oh yeah.
You're right. Your hairline's not that bad.
I shave. Crooked as hell though. Feel that.
I hate shave. I do hate shave.
I do too. Yeah.
DA says, "What size is Steve's new bed?" Well,
Queen.
Queen, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's for Steve, so of course it's a queen.
So there's enough room if any of you single ladies want to come over and walk around on it.
Good God.
Irene says, "Good morning, Ray, Chrissy, Dan, Jason, Boobus, Holly, Tom, Lori, Volk, TJ, Corey, Tyler, Ellen, Bree, Brady, DA, Stice, Cindy L, Diane, Karen, Brandon, Bubba the Baker, Amanda Kluge, Michelle, Cindy C, DC, Fat 420, Joel, Hammer Time, Robin, Milk Dud, Whiskers, and all her babies, Shelly, Martha, Deb, the Ghost of Chamberlain, and even Landlord Pat."
Oh, good God.
I'm trying to
got everybody.
Not me.
Like I said, she got everybody.
She got everybody. I heard they were supposed to get snow in Georgia, but they never got it.
Oh.
DA says so. The gerbils and Dan's ass got rest and running the wheel that powers your internet.
Yeah.
All I know is I'm glad that your internet came back because I did not want 2 reasons. Number one, I did not want to get up and have to get the broadcast ready. There's a big whole thing you got to do to get the broadcast ready, and Christina does it best because she's like, and it's done. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then the other thing is the second thing. Oh, thank God! I'm so glad you're back because my favorite way to broadcast is me, Christina, and Steve. That's my favorite broadcast team right now.
Well, thank you.
Because then it feels like I'm having a conversation with Christina, and there's some weird guy that's over listening to the conversation and just commenting.
He's dropping ass.
Yeah, and it's just a preferred way to do the show, you know. And Steve is funnier that way.
Yeah.
At least that's what I think. As long as he's not farting.
Oh God.
Like that thing yesterday. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. I heard that and I was like, oh my God, that poor chair.
Oh, that's a brand new chair.
Chair took it like a champ.
Yeah. I mean, that was such a biting bit of flatulence. It literally sounded like the chair was being ripped open by, you know.
Yeah, it did.
Was
hopefully that warranty that we purchased for the chair covers that. I don't know though.
I'm sure the damage to that chair will be something stupid, like he'll be doing smoking meth with the pores, and he'll drop a knife on it or something.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh.
That's all right.
You do what? Are you
Nothing.
reading the chat?
Nope.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna turn that chat. I wish there was a way to turn that chat room off.
I wasn't reading something, bitch. I was trying to listen to you.
You know he's
I
reading.
thought you said something about me smoking meth.
He did.
I was talking about your new show, Smoking Meth with the Pores.
Well,
Can Pores afford to smoke meth though?
Cooking meth with the pores.
I've done that too.
Cooking meth with the pores.
Oh my God.
So you learned how to cook it, Steve?
Yeah.
I mean, he did have a lab.
Isn't chemistry involved in that? Or some form of... Don't they take some type of antihistamine and mix it with, I don't know how to do this, but
They mixed it with all kinds of stuff. It can be mixed with a lot of stuff.
anhydrous ammonia, right?
Yeah, and they mix it with hydrous ammonia, and you cook it down, and you let it cool, and it turns into a crystal flaky type of deal that you can either chop it up, cut it up real good, and snort it, or you can drop it in a bubble pipe and heat it up and smoke it. That's my preferred. My preferred is through a bubble pipe.
See, folks, he knows. He knows all about it.
So that's how you prefer to ingest meth, was with a bubble.
Yeah, through a bubbler.
That's your preferred.
The biggest problem is it really takes two people because you got to hold the pipe and kind of roll it in your finger, and then somebody else got to hold the lighter under the bubble.
That was your preferred meth ingestion, better than the sniffing it.
Yeah, that's my preferred method.
You didn't like to just sniff it?
No, I always burn my nose and everything. I don't like sniffing stuff.
Oh, it would burn your nose?
Oh yeah.
Like I sniffed during, I'm sure this was wrong, but during the football games and stuff, somebody would have like an antihistamine or a pill like that, and they just crunch it up and you sniff it like that, and that was good. But I've never sniffed meth. I don't even know. Good Lord. And I've never even, I don't even sniff coke or anything. So I sniffed antihistamine or a speed tablet or something like that before. And
Yeah.
I didn't notice anything. In fact, I got more out of taking an antihistamine just with water, just a regular pill. Take a couple of those with some water. Oh my God.
Right.
And you seem to be good. But Steve would go right for smoking the meth or ingesting through, what'd you say, a bubble pipe?
Yeah, it's a pipe that's got a bubble on the end of it. Bubbler.
And you smoked that with what? Other homeless people, or what was your?
No, they weren't homeless. They lived in a camper behind my garage.
What put them in a camper?
They didn't have a home.
Because they seem like totally nice people.
They were very nice people. Yeah, they just
what happened to them.
down on their luck and only had a little bit of money, so they bought a junker camper. And they couldn't afford a campground, so I said, "Well, we got 3 acres."
Where did you meet these people to decide?
On the streets.
And then you guys decided to let them move into your house or let them
on
move
the
into your
streets of
yard.
East St. Louis. And we don't let them move into the house. They can move into the yard. One thing they're allowed to do in the house is come in and take a shower.
Oh, good.
And they were only allowed into the mud room to take a shower in my bathroom.
Did they plug in their camper to your house or anything to use your power? Or?
Oh yeah, they plugged in. That was the agreement. They could plug into our power and they could use the shower and potty when they needed to. Only to poop. They pee outside.
Did they
Except for the
pay you
ladies.
to stay there?
Yeah, they paid us like $300 a month. They paid the power,
Unbelievable.
Thought maybe there
Or,
was exchange of drugs.
And you let them use your garage to make meth.
Or the shed. Are these the people that caught the shed on fire?
per se. Well, let's just say, yeah, they were allowed to use the garage and the shed.
And that's when they caught
shared.
it on. That's when they caught everything on fire.
Well, we think the fire that caught the shed on fire was from the rivals down the street that were making meth. They were trying to put us out of business.
God.
So you gave these people a place to live.
Yeah.
And they were making meth and selling it.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, these guys down the street were also making meth. This sounds like a fine neighborhood. This sounds like a fine neighborhood you lived in. And they were also making meth.
Right.
And they got angry at you because they got angry at your yard because you guys were their competitors.
Yeah, because we were shooting a better price and we were getting more customers.
Oh,
we were taking customers away from them.
And then they got mad, and you think they're the ones that burnt your house.
Yeah. Well, I told the guys I was working with, I said, dudes, we're not paying for these ingredients. I'm stealing everything. So why let's just cut our prices. We're still making money.
Yeah. So you were stealing things to make.
I wasn't stealing everything. They were getting some other people. See, we had Cody was in charge of one thing, and Justin was in charge of another thing, and I was in charge of another thing, and Matt was in charge of another thing. It was a collaboration. We all had our own things we had to do during the week, and then we get together on a weekend in my garage because it was heated
to do some cooking.
Right.
They were cooking all right.
Damn.
My job was to get the antihistamines because I could pack a lot of them in my coat. Yeah. That was before they hid them or put them behind a counter and said you had to ask for them.
You know what made them hide the antihistamine like that is people were stealing them.
A lot of people having a cold.
Yeah, but I don't think they would mind if the people went in and bought them. It was people that were going in and stealing them was the problem.
Those dirty son of bitches.
I got to tell you, I started taking a Sudafed a day because I thought I had to. And I want to say this started years ago, like around 2003 or whatever. I would take a Sudafed every day. And I stopped taking them. Last year is when I finally stopped taking a Sudafed a day. And that was right when my blood pressure dropped back to normal. I think the Sudafed a day is what was destroying my blood pressure and everything.
I'm sure it was.
Good Lord. Yeah, so now I don't even take that stuff. Now I just do an allergy tablet and I'm fine. It's really, really nuts. Of course, Steve, you still take that antihistamine?
Not for my runny nose, but
What do you
I've taken antihistamine before. Only in a different form.
Boy, that cat that Christina's got. Isn't that the wild cat that's hanging out in your yard? Why is it inside?
No.
Why do you have that wild cat in your house?
He's not wild. He obviously belonged to someone. He was a house cat.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
He may have snuck in last week.
Oh, that poor house.
Shut up!
He conned you guys into letting him in.
Yeah, I felt bad for him. It was getting really cold, and he sucked up to me. He jumped in the car one day and just started rubbing on me and loving on me, and I was like, oh, made me feel really guilty.
Can't
so I
you
let
find
him in.
where he's from? Because Dan said that cat showed up one day right after a surgery. The cat came over, still had stitches or whatever, and so obviously the cat got a surgery it didn't like, and then it ran to your house, which is crazy. Unbelievable.
I know. We've looked on Facebook to see if anybody posted him, and we haven't seen anything, so I don't know.
By the way, Brandon describes Steve's life as sounding like an episode of Breaking Bad. Yeah. Irene says, I'm almost 37. Maybe I will start stealing things. I've never stolen anything apart from like an occasional cookie as a kid. Oh yeah, take Steve's advice. He can give you advice.
Steve will teach you
what to steal and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Summer says, good morning, everyone. Well, good morning, Summer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
By the way, Karen says, I think decongestants raise BP. So, yeah, that makes it. Yeah, I tell you, when I stopped taking them, my blood pressure started going down. So all this time, couldn't figure out what was causing my blood pressure to uptick like it was. It was the Sudafed. Damn. Irene says, I thought that lady told Dan it was, Dan said that some lady contacted him and said that she thought it was her cat.
He contacted her once or twice, and she doesn't respond. She doesn't. And I think that his aunt even gave her the phone number, Dan's number, and she never contacted us. So she obviously doesn't want the cat back too bad.
The cat's happy.
I mean, if it's her cat and she wants him back, then she can come get him. But she's not made any attempt at all to contact us. So he's not going anywhere, obviously.
Where's he sleeping?
Ow, you little fuck.
Where is he sleeping?
In our bedroom.
Wherever he wants.
So he jumps in your bed with you? Oh, my God. How many cats are sleeping in your bed?
Too damn many.
How many cats are sleeping while you're sleeping in that bed?
Too many. He doesn't sleep in our bed. He sleeps in the cat bed under the window.
Oh, that's very nice.
The other three sleep on our bed.
So you have 3 that sleep on the bed, and he is oh my God.
Don't forget your 2 dogs.
God.
They sleep downstairs.
Damn.
He wants to be a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cats try to talk.
He knows the way to mind the microphone.
Kimber says she would have taken him inside too. Way to go. Yeah, it's a nice. It seems like a really nice cat.
She noticed that Christina will take a cat in, but she won't take Bubba in when he was homeless.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you'll take a cat in, but you won't take poor Dirt because Bubba was so
Boobus.
He was suffering from his DVD, his dirty van disease.
Yeah, the cats keep themselves clean, so
You see the cats keep themselves cleaner than Bubba does?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Just kidding, Ellen.
PJ says, good morning, Ray, Chrissy, Dan, chat room, Jimmy's Ghost, Merlin, Dumas. And yes, that's everyone important. Well, good morning, TJ.
Good morning.
Cindy says, is that what Dan did in the beginning? Same as the cat? Yeah. That's what Dan did. So I manipulated his way in.
Yep. Until I felt bad letting him in.
Cindy, don't you think Cindy should get with Goose and they got to start doing? I think they should start doing that show again. Is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Cindy. Let's see. Irene says she has 2 cats and 2 to 3 kids in bed per night. Oh, that's crazy.
You have a big bed.
My daughter stopped sleeping with us. My daughter, I remember when my daughter was young, she would, climb in the bed, but we didn't put her in bed to start the night and never did. We put her down in her bedroom and she got out at some point and would climb in our bed.
Mm-hmm.
And that lasted, that went on for like a couple of years and then she finally stopped. But, that was never, it was never like, I remember when she finally stopped, I was like, I got to the point where I was like, the kid's no longer in the bed, because it was nice when she was in the bed, and I didn't want to complain when she stopped coming into the bed because, like two or three, however old she was.
Well, Gabriel slept in bed with me until I moved into the apartment in Edinburgh. After when Dan was going to be moving in, it's like, you got to start sleeping on the couch, dude. But now he sleeps in his own bed, no problem. Tell him to go to bed, he goes right upstairs.
Cindy says not enough room for Bubba in their bed.
No.
Yeah, could you imagine them having 5 cats and Bubba in that bed? That would be fantastic. Oh, boy.
There's not enough room in the bed just for Bubba, let alone everybody else.
Rude.
Could anybody imagine Bubba sleeping in their bed? Down by your feet like a pet.
TJ wants to know where I sleep since we have all the cats in the bed. I have my own little cat bed under the window, thank you. I can send you a picture of it. It looks like a miniature couch.
Oh, damn. Good Lord.
Oh, man, somebody got drums.
Those are Gabriel's.
Started
Hey,
a band, huh?
You know who plays them all the time?
Dan.
Mm-hmm.
I like you guys with your separate studios. That looks very professional. Look at that setup. Good Lord.
Well, I got on my computer because I couldn't get on his computer this morning. I don't know why.
Yeah, every time I tried to start StreamYard, it would launch 17 instances of Microsoft Edge.
Oh, boy.
And it was bogging it down.
Yeah, so I said screw it and came in here and got on my computer.
I know it looks good that you guys beat in separate areas.
And yes, Irene, do the drums fit me too?
They do.
Yeah, the drums are for little people, so.
I didn't know I could play drums till we got Gabriel drums. Apparently, I know how.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, boy. Yeah. Oh, nice. I see that cat's now.
Yeah.
He makes the rounds. He visits everybody. Plus, right now, these are the only 2 rooms in the house with heat.
That cat seems pretty happy.
Well,
a lot happier in there than it did outside, right?
I'd like for him to be happier at his owner's house, but whatever.
So we did not, Dan. I'm glad you're here because I got to talk weather. So we didn't get the snow we were supposed to get.
No.
All right. So what is coming? Is anything coming or is it done? Am I good now?
There's much colder weather coming this weekend. More chance of snow tomorrow. It's a second round of storms, basically.
Because I'm just trying to plan my workouts.
Well, it's going to be cold this weekend.
With my bald tires, I'm trying to. I'm fine with cold, but I'm worried about precipitation because I'm sliding everywhere. So,
Yeah. Well, it's. Sorry, I have a cramp in my calf and it hurts like hell. We're supposed to see what the National Weather Service says. Last I heard, it was just going to be light precipitation tomorrow and then butt booty ass cold for the weekend.
Yeah, because I'm wearing sweatpants, but my wife knows I like to wear shorts because I went to work out and I was wearing shorts, and that's all the time when I work out. I wear shorts. And then my wife says, "Oh, it's too cold for you to wear shorts." And I'm like, "Well, I know if it's too cold. You'll know if it's too cold for me because I will not be wearing them." But
so the latest update, as of 5 o'clock this morning, they're saying Thursday night through Friday night, accumulations of 4 or more inches likely. 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Let's see.
I bet that'll happen.
Bitter cold winds Saturday.
Oh, bitter cold.
Yeah. 50 to 80% chance of 4 inches of snow or more in areas along and north of I-72. Let's look at the map.
So the snow is coming what days?
Tomorrow night into Friday.
Oh, tomorrow night. Oh. All I know is no snow today, right?
No.
No snow today.
That's good. That's good.
Well,
I ain't ready for this cold.
Irene's asking if I wear Under Armour undershorts. No, here's my deal. I have now that I have that calf issue, I've got to wear this compression sleeve. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So here's the deal. I have my shorts, but then I got knee braces, and then I got a big compression sleeve. So there's no part of my right leg that isn't covered. And my left leg, between the shorts and the knee braces, there's only like this much of my leg that isn't covered.
Right.
So I feel like I'm wearing sweats.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to wear a coat today when I go out. Yesterday, I about fucking died.
They're getting 5 inches in Chicago the weekend. I'll be damned.
They got, I think yesterday, Quad Cities area got 7. There's places around that area that got 9.
We got none. We've got none.
We got none.
It all turned to water here.
Yep.
For a little bit, it was coming down snow, and it was like, "Oh, here we go. We're gonna get the snow they promised." Mm-hmm. And then, literally, it switched to rain within the first hour of snow.
Yeah,
and it just turned to rain.
I was watching my thermometer, and it would jump from 34 to 37, and then back to 34, and then down to 33, and then I've never seen temperature do that. It's 29 now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Air pressure is bottomed out.
Yeah. So I guess we're just not going to get the snow today. Like, I mean, they've been promising us snow for the last. I'm glad we're not, but
yeah.
Like I said, my tires are bald. The rear tires of my car, and I just noticed it, and I was like, I said, why was I slipping so much? I went and looked at it, and I was like, oh, my God.
Well, time to get that fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Discount Tire always does me
Who has
good.
time to?
Oh yeah, they are good.
Yeah. By the way, I see Rob's in the chat room. Let me just say, Rob, I hope you're healing well. Rob just got surgery for some. Oh, he had to get like a appendix out. I think appendix or gallbladder.
Ooh.
One of those.
Ooh.
One of those he had to get removed. I hope you're doing well, buddy. He says Tom Skilling's been going crazy with. Yeah, this is the time that weathermen go nuts. You know what I mean? They just love it. If you watch any kind of weather, they're excited about the weather. Ooh. Cindy says she loves Discount Tire.
Oh yeah.
How long you gotta wait?
Not long.
You can call them and make an appointment. You call them and they'll look up what kind of tire you need, and if they have it in stock, you make an appointment to get them put on.
I'd just like to go somewhere. I know they're not going to let me sit in the car while they're fixing it.
No, you can sit in the waiting room.
I just hate waiting. I hate waiting.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Oh, well. I got to figure out. I do have to get new tires, so I got to get them done. At least on the back, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it the back that's more important for?
Well, it depends. Are you front wheel drive car?
I don't think I have a front wheel drive. No. I think it's a regular car, rear wheel drive over there.
I don't know about those 300s.
I'm looking. I thought they were fronts, but we'll find out.
I did too.
I don't know. I have a Chrysler 300 touring something. DA says I should check out Sam's because they sometimes have
Walmart too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be damned. Most 300s are rear wheel.
Thank you.
Huh.
All I know is I looked at my rear wheels and man, they're just, they're all bald.
Definitely need rear tires.
Oh well. Now I'm just trying to find the time to,
Yeah. Walmart Tire Center may have them. You can call them and just start shopping for prices.
I'll be damned. Rob says Walmart's good price, but it just takes longer than Discount Tire.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to go somewhere and have it take forever. You know what I mean? It's just not what I. It's like I like the oil change places because you just sit in your car and it's done.
Oh well, yeah.
It only takes a few minutes. But the tire change.
Well,
I don't want to have to get out and go.
Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a liability when it comes to jacking up your car with people in it. So.
I know, but I don't want to. Here's the deal. I don't want to go there and risk COVID. Have to go sit in a waiting room with a bunch of dirty people. I don't know what the hell's, I'd rather just drop it. I'd rather have someone that I know go with me and then pull up and get out of my car and go into theirs. And then the tire shop can take whatever with the car and bring it back and all. You know what I mean?
Sounds like he's asking for a ride.
No, I'm just saying how I prefer to get things done. I know that COVID's crazy right now. I don't want to be out there getting it.
That's usually how I do it anyway. I'll drop the car off that I need fixed and I'll take a different car and, go shopping or go eat or go fuck off somewhere.
Yeah. Go to lunch. That's a good idea. All right, listen. Who wants to take me to lunch? I will drop off my car to get wheels put on.
It depends who's buying.
Yeah, and then somebody take me to lunch. I would love to go to lunch. I wish my
Sean Ballett, if you're listening,
I was just going to say that.
No, Sean Ballett has never. That son of a bitch. Let me tell you something.
Here we go.
That goddamn Shumberland has never paid for lunch. I always have to pay for lunch. I just want to go for lunch and have someone else buy it. It's a fantasy of mine to have someone else. Rob says, yeah, I just want someone. Here's what I just need someone to drive with me to the discount or whatever tire place I'm going to go. And then I will get out of my car and get into yours. And then you'll take me somewhere to get lunch and we'll go eat lunch and we'll take our time, of course, because we want to make sure that, we want to make sure I'm completely covered with the tires. And then,
well, I could pick you up, and you could sit in my truck while I got my infusion, and then I can take you back.
I don't think he wants to get in your truck.
That sounds like the worst kind of hell.
No, and I don't want to get in a dirty van or a dirty truck, and I don't want any two-tone vehicles like that dirty truck of yours.
Well, you'll be sitting on the side that's all one color.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, on the passenger side, it's all one color. On the side you would sit on, it's all one color.
Oh, damn, I tell you. Yes.
There's a good idea.
Dan says, set up a test drive with a dealership and have them drop it off at the tire shop and then tell them you're not interested at the end. Yeah.
Brilliant.
How about I'll find another Chrysler 300, all right? And I'll take it for a drive over to my house. And then Dan will pull up, Dan and Steve will pull up, and they'll jack up my car. They'll take off the tires from the new 300, and then they'll put them on my car, take my shitty tires and put them on the car from the dealer, and I'll bring it back and say, no, I'm not interested. The tires aren't good.
That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, that's not bad. Steve, I'm going to need you to stop at Harbor Freight first. My floor jack is broken.
Okay. No problem.
Rob says, I'm getting in my van. I have some candy and puppies. Oh, yeah, that sounds wonderful. I love getting in vans. Candy and puppies?
Oh my God.
Oh, my God. That sounds like nothing can go wrong getting into a car with candy and puppies.
Oh, what could go wrong there?
I'm not sure it would work. Rob, if you're trying to pick me up, we don't need candy and puppies. We need beer and books.
Yeah. Beer and books.
Yeah. Good beer and good books.
Candies and puppies don't sound bad right now.
That's a good combination.
I wouldn't mind a puppy being nice to me. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like a puppy that just wants to love on me and be pet, be held.
Have that puppy breath smell.
Yeah, instead of my dog I have now, all he wants to do, like my dog is laying at my feet, okay? But I know the dog's gonna fart at any time. And it's so when he farts, it's so disturbing. And then if I literally all the dog wants to do is just sleep all day. Doesn't do anything else but sleep.
I know. It's the same way with my cat.
That's all it does. And if I reach over to pet the dog gives me a look like,
why are you disturbing me?
And what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm sleeping. I'll be like, I'm just trying to pet you, love you. Fuck off, man. That's my dog's reaction to everything. Then he just closes its eyes. So it would be nice. And then the other thing is, when the dog goes outside, then I give him treats when he comes in. You know what I mean? And then his breath is so terrible. Oh my God! I gotta find a way to improve this dog's breath because I have a cute little pug dog. He's such a sweet little dog, but that breath is atrocious.
I thought we had Steve in our house last night. We were trying to watch a serious movie, and every time there was a serious moment, Tank's nasty ass over there asleep on the floor in front of the heater, you would see his tail lift up and you could hear him audibly rip ass.
What movie were you guys watching?
Schindler's List.
Oh my God.
I've never seen it.
Dan had never seen it before.
Were you depressed at how sad it was?
It affected me.
It's horribly sad. Yes.
Not many movies affect me, but this one got me. But what got me worse was that dog's tail coming up.
But it's an amazing film, but it's very depressing. Oh.
Fantastic film.
Yeah.
I don't know if Ralph Fiennes won any kind of award for that, but he should have because he was fucking psychotic.
Yeah, he was nominated.
He was?
I don't know if he won him, but yeah. And so was somebody else was nominated from that, and I can't. But Fiennes was nominated. No. By the way, I'm watching Fargo.
Oh.
Fargo with the one with John Hamm. Holy shit. This is the weirdest. Oh my God. That is the weirdest. The weirdest series going right now is Fargo.
Never seen it.
It's crazy. Every year there's a different story they tell, but this year's story is about this woman, right? This woman she goes to a PTA meeting where they're trying to keep a library open, and a riot breaks out at this PTA thing. So she has a taser with her and a rape was whatever. And
wow,
people are getting violent. So this guy comes close to her and tries to attack her. So she tases him to get the guy away from her. And then as she does this, she feels somebody grab her arm, her shoulder, and as she spins around, she tases that person, but that person was a cop.
Whoopsie.
She immediately apologized. She goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," but they arrest her anyway, and they put her fingerprints on file, right? And then she's like, so then she goes home, and she's home cooking dinner for her husband and child that are going to be home soon. And while she's there, she's knitting. And as she's knitting, these guys show up at her house. And she figures out that they're there to hurt her, so she hides. And then when the guys finally get her, she turns the tables on them. She lights this thing and then blows hairspray in this one guy and catches him on fire, and she uses an ice skate to cut off this other guy's ear. It's crazy. She fights away from him, and then they kidnap her, right? And they kidnap her and take them with her, and they have her until the middle of the night. They're driving with her to. They're driving from Minnesota into Fargo, into North Dakota, and they're taking her to a location in North Dakota. And on the way, that car gets pulled over by the state police. And when the state police stops them, they come out firing and they kill one of the cops, and it's crazy. But the woman escapes their car while this melee is going on, and she ends up at a convenience store with one of the cops who survives the attack. And this woman is like, it's like the cop describes her as, he goes, she was like Rambo. He goes, she's doing all this stuff to get away from him, and all these smart moves. And but anyway, when the woman eventually, while all this stuff's going on, she escapes, right? And she walks back to her house. And she gets back to her house. And meanwhile, her family's looking for her body. The family's trying to figure out what happened to her. And they come home the next day, and she's there. And she's just cooking, and
wow.
And the husband comes home, and he's like, "Are you all right?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, I'm sure I'm okay. Yeah, And And the husband's like, "Oh my God, were you kidnapped?" And she goes, "No, I just went for a walk." And so she won't admit she was kidnapped. And it's like, what the hell? And you're trying to figure out what happened. And then at the very end, you find out that this sheriff that John Hamm plays, you find out that this sheriff, he's married. He's got a wife that he's really, the guy's a religious, you find out he's a religious nut, and that he has wives that are subservient to him and everything. And then at the very end, he admits that they, because of fingerprints, they found his wife, and he's gonna catch her. You know what I mean? He's gonna get her. So that he was the one who sent the kidnappers to get the woman.
Oh,
I mean, that's the first episode, and and that's just when it starts.
And that's just one episode.
That's one episode.
Damn.
That's episode number 1. It's Fargo. It's on Hulu, and the season's still going on. I think there's 2 episodes left of the season, but it is freaking insane.
Well, we don't need to watch the first episode now,
dude. I'm telling you. Listen, but I did not describe it all. I left a bunch of parts out of it. It's crazy. It is the nuttiest freaking show that I've seen in a while. But it's on Hulu, and it's this season of Fargo, and it's crazy. Yeah, and
Irene has the same question I do. Is that anything like the Fargo movie?
Yeah, the movie Fargo. Yeah. There was a movie called Fargo in the 90s, which is crazy. It's a Coen Brothers movie, and it's fantastic. But the movie Fargo is based on a real story that happened. And then they started a TV show a few years ago called Fargo, which is the same thing. They take a real life murder from that part of the country, North Dakota, Minnesota, all that stuff. And then they adapt it to a screen. You know what I mean? And this is the latest season. They've made like 3 or 4 seasons of it. But I highly recommend that you watch this Fargo of this season. It's really good. I mean, it's really good. There was one season with Chris Rock, and then there was another. I mean, they've had several great seasons. This one is exceptional. But yeah, if you have Hulu, I'm gonna The Bear. Rob says The Bear is fantastic television. Have you guys watched The Bear yet?
Yeah.
Did you like that the 7th episode of season 2, the Christmas episode?
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
That might be the craziest episode I've ever seen of. It's crazy, but yes, that was like a Christmas at my house. It was really. I remember how affected my wife was watching it, and then when I told her, I said, "What? That's Christmas," and she's like, and she goes, "You experienced that?" I mean, like, yeah, that's Christmas. She goes, "Oh my God." So,
are you writing these shows down or looking them up, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 3 shows on Hulu that you should watch right now because they're all great. Number 1 is watch the 2 seasons of The Bear. Watch the 2 seasons of The Bear. It will blow your mind. It's so good. Number 2, there's a series called Murder at the End of the World. Watch all 8 episodes of it. It's incredible. It's called Murder at the End of the World. It will blow your mind. And then the 3rd one is this season of Fargo. But I think there's been 4 or 5 seasons of Fargo. But this season that's going on right now that stars Juno Temple and John Hamm is insane. And it's also got the kid from Stranger Things. He's really good in it.
Never seen that either.
It's you never saw Stranger Things? Oh my God, dude, you've got to watch Stranger Things. You're a fan of Star Wars.
Yeah, and I watch Stranger Things. I've
Goonies
seen
and all
Stranger
that
Things.
stuff.
I've been told since I read Stephen King, I need to watch Stranger Things. But...
Oh yeah, dude! If you are a fan of Star Wars and you're a fan of the Goonies and you like horror stuff, and you would definitely like Stranger Things. You got to watch that. Oh my god!
We'll put it on the list.
Yeah,
we started watching something the other night. It was
Christina. You watched it, right? You watched Stranger Things.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen Stranger Things.
No, I never watched it.
Oh my god, Christina, put that at the top of the list. You and Dan.
All right.
You guys have got to. Trust me. That's all you guys are going to be talking about for the next 5 weeks. It is going to blow your mind.
We found a new series to fall asleep to the other night. I can't remember the name of it, but what was the name of that series we started watching and then fell asleep to on Netflix? The army chick whose husband gets shot.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Oh,
it's from the Harlan Coben book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Where he ends up on the nanny cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
We got to like episode 2, and then I zonked, and then
you guys got to go back to it. Do Stranger Things. Do Stranger Things.
Oh, we've done Stranger Things, but not the show.
No, my god!
Watch Stranger Things. But I'm telling you, what the shows I gave you on Hulu are fantastic. The shows I told you about on Hulu, you got to make way for those.
Is Stranger Things on Hulu?
It's on Netflix.
Okay, we'll find it.
Awesome. I'll tell you, I think Stranger Things, and you've heard about Stranger Things, right?
Oh yeah.
Stranger Things is one of the most streamed shows there's ever been. It's the #1 streamed show on Netflix. By the way, Karen says they took my advice and watched For All Mankind yesterday. For All Mankind is fantastic. Karen, I'm so happy you're watching it. Holly's watching it too, and she's thanked me. For All Mankind is on Apple TV, and that is incredible television.
Well, don't put that one on the list. We don't have Apple TV.
I'll tell you.
Fool Me Once. That was the name of it.
Yeah, Fool Me Once. Yeah, that's the name of the Harlan Coben thing.
It was bugging me. I had to look.
It's English.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I like it. I'm like on episode 5 of it, I think.
Yeah, the lead character is she was a Royal Army helicopter pilot, and now she's just a helicopter instructor.
Yeah.
Oh, and did you see there's a new Star Wars movie coming?
Oh, yeah.
Mandalorian, right? With Baby Grogu.
Yes. Yep. I saw that last night, and I'm like, oh, is this serious? Is this real? Because I was, scrolling through Facebook. So I'm like, okay, please let this be real.
Yeah,
so
it's real. No, it's real. There's a movie coming out. But I don't know if there's another episode or another series.
There's still supposed to be a season 4, but I'm not sure. I mean, it was supposed to be in production last year and should be wrapping up sometime soon. There's supposed to be a season 4. Last I heard, it was going to be late spring of this year. And then the movie goes into production summer of this year.
Look at that. So they're getting ready. There's something going on with the Star Wars.
Yeah.
Something's happening. I don't know what it is, but Disney has got a Star Wars commitment that's something's happening. Yeah. So I don't know what they're planning on doing, but
I hope it's something that doesn't have the Skywalkers in it. Give me something that's non-Skywalker. Hell, give me some origin stories for some of the other characters. That would be great.
I think Mandalorian's great.
Yeah, Mandalorian would be good. I like things like Rogue One and Solo because they're origin stories and plot setups.
I like Solo a lot.
I
can't believe they didn't make a sequel to that, but
yeah, no kidding. But give me some more origin stories, or give me something from the Old Republic. don't give me any more Skywalker shit. That's dead. That story's dead.
I'm not sure what. Well, they have that. There's that other new series coming out that is.
And yeah, they're doing a Rey movie. There's supposed to be a Rey movie in the works.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's a series coming out that's supposed to kick off everything, and then the guys who have done Ahsoka, and Mandalorian,
they're doing Thrawn.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think they're leading it all up.
It's a setup to a Thrawn movie or a Thrawn series. I would watch either one.
But I'll tell you, Thrawn, the character of Thrawn is so evil in Ahsoka. Holy shit.
We haven't gotten that far. That's another series we keep falling asleep to.
Ahsoka is amazing.
We're finishing Ahsoka before we start Stranger Things.
And I'll tell you, it's also got that's also got Ezra in it. That is, there's characters you want to see more of.
Yeah. If
you like Star Wars, want
Ezra's not dead.
Ezra, yeah, Ezra. I'll give you. I'm gonna spoil something for you. Ezra's very much alive, and you will see him in Ahsoka. And he's very cool. They keep saying they're looking for their next Skywalker. You've got it. You've got him. He's there now in that Ahsoka universe, and I think that's what. I do think that's what's coming with this. That whatever movie they're making.
Yeah.
Because we know now that it's got Mandalorian and Grogu in it, and it's gonna have. I think it's gonna have Ahsoka and Ezra and that whole group of it. I think it's gonna be a whole movie. Because the guys who've done the cartoons, they're taking over the movies now. So it's Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau and all those guys. So, yeah. But, TJ says, I need to start watching Ahsoka. Yeah, everybody should watch Ahsoka. That should be required watching. That series is fantastic.
We have so many series to get caught up on. We binge watched Hawkeye a couple nights ago because she never seen it.
It's so good because it's Christmas time.
Yep. And she loved it. Now we have to watch basically all the other Marvel series. We're trying to do Marvel in timeline order.
Yeah.
And we haven't made it past the Incredible Hulk yet.
Well,
that's another thing to keep falling asleep to.
Echo series started last night. And Echo takes place right after Hawkeye ended. Because Echo was debuted in the Hawkeye movie. So she and Kingpin and Daredevil, all those guys are back in the Echo series.
Is Echo the deaf girl?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So and they released all the episodes.
And I don't read the comics, so I don't know characters until I see the movies.
Yeah, Echo in the comics was a part of the Daredevil series, and then she, and she broke out in her own thing.
Yes, Irene, I'm talking about the Norton Hulk. We're on that particular movie in the timeline right now.
But Echo in the TV series, she's Indian, and there's a whole. She's Indian. She's deaf and mute,
and has one leg,
and she's missing a leg. Yeah, but it's a whole. The TV series, Tom says they rooted in the Choctaw Nation. Yeah, there's a whole new element that's added in the TV series that wasn't in the comic book. Or it wasn't that much in the comic book. So pretty cool. Joel says, "Good morning, Steve."
Good morning, Joel.
He's probably wants to see how stoned you are. He's very stoned. He hasn't, He got right out of that hospital and started.
I didn't want to interrupt your old Soko talk.
Yeah, he's so lost. He has no idea.
Or whatever.
You need to start watching some of these Star Wars.
Yeah, start watching
movies.
I'm telling you, I take time to tell you all these stories about all this great stuff you should be watching. And Steve goes back and watches old Westerns and He watches the show Heartland and.
No, I watch an ER.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
On his TV, he's got one of those Roku TVs. It has a channel that's all Heartland.
Yeah, of course.
It has the Heartland channel.
Yeah.
And
I get
after
that free on Samsung TV, we get that.
After we moved everything and got it set back up, that's what I went to test the TV to make sure it worked. He's reading something. Look at him. He's lost.
Yeah. Danny says the video game Borderland coming out this year. Yeah, I hear that they're making a live action version of that, I thought.
I've never played Borderlands. See, we need to have a show on the network that's about video games. I've wanted to do that for a while. Yeah. Call it the Golden Path.
I'll tell you what, the game I love is Uncharted.
I've heard about that, but never tried it.
Dude, I think
you would like it.
The Uncharted series, I feel that's the greatest video game ever made.
Mm-hmm.
And
I played them all.
And I go back, and this is like my second or third time through Uncharted 1. And I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go through all games. But I love Uncharted. And if I could find another game like that.
What is it?
All right, it's about this guy, Nathan Drake, who he feels he's a relative to Francis Drake, who was a pirate and fortune hunter. And the guy is basically a fortune hunter. He's if you take Indiana Jones and take the goodness that Indiana Jones has with that belongs in a museum,
yeah.
If you eliminate that
belongs in my pocket.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. And it's a video game where this guy is out looking for treasure. He's out looking for.
Stop fucking with the mic.
He's out looking for treasures. And that's the concept, is him trying to find the treasure. And then it's contained in a story where there's also other people looking for the treasure and people trying to kill him, and he's trying to get out, and he's always got people trying to protect.
I'd rather eat a turd than play that game.
Dude,
no, it's good.
So much fun. It is so much fun.
Would I like it as much as I like Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, I've tried to play Assassin's Creed because someone told me Assassin's Creed is kind of like Uncharted. It's just, I think Uncharted is more, it's not so freewheeling.
Okay.
Like you have to follow the path.
It's pretty linear then.
Yeah, you have to follow the path to figure out things, though. The thing with Assassin's Creed is I get going and off the path, and then I never get back on because I don't even know how to,
There's a game Steve can play. Irene says Steve likes to play Uncharted.
Now there are 4. Joel says there's 8 of them.
Oh,
what?
8. He says there are 8 Uncharted games. I know 4. I've got 5 of them. I've got 4 with Nathan Drake, and then there's one with just the women in it. That's pretty good.
I might have to check these out.
That one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
If she likes them, then they got to be good.
I like them.
Yeah, and there's like some things he's just, he's climbing. He climbs mountains and he climbs rocks and he climbs buildings, and you got to climb a bunch of stuff, find a bunch of stuff, and then shoot people when they're trying to kill you.
Yeah, that sounds like Assassin's Creed, just more linear.
I love it. I love the Uncharted is my favorite because all I play is sports games and Uncharted. And I've tried to find another game, and I just can't find something that moves me like Uncharted does. I wish I could find something.
I might have to look into it. She tried to get me into Red Dead Redemption, but there's so much story. I don't want a fucking story. I don't want to watch a movie. I want to play the game. Like you play the game for 2 minutes, and then you get 5 minutes of story cutscenes.
Uncharted, there is story, but it's very light.
I don't want to spend more time on cutscenes than I do playing the game.
Uncharted, the story is you're making the story as you go. I really like it. I love it. I think it's great. But yeah, I'd like to find something else.
Try Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
I think I've got that one.
The pirate ship one?
I'm not even on the pirate ship yet. No, I haven't even gotten on the ship.
It's one of the best ones they ever did.
And I gave up on it. You know what I mean? Because Tyler says try God of War. No, I gave up on God of War.
Never tried it. It doesn't sound interesting to me.
It's just too poor. And here's where Uncharted got me. Uncharted starts with these little things, and next thing you know, you're into the story. But you can get through them. Everything else I died too early. Like I played Spider-Man, the Miles Morales one. Literally, I'm on the first scene and I gave up. I'm like, oh, this is just too fucking hard. So
I have that. Oh, go ahead.
It's got to be something that I can play long enough to get into. You know what I mean?
Remember that Batman game you used to complain about?
Yeah.
We have that, and I think I made it to just past the part that you couldn't get past, and bottomed out.
It's too much. Those games are, I don't know. Let me get through the story. I think it's fun when I get through it. Yeah. But yeah, Uncharted's great. I love it. Highly recommend it. But I want another game like that.
There was actually supposed to be a free one on the PlayStation Network. What the hell? I don't remember the name of it, but it was supposed to be a cross between Uncharted and Assassin's Creed, and it was all like a parkour running through a ruined city kind of thing. One hit and you're dead. But it was free for like a week, and I missed my shot at downloading it.
Yeah, no, I want something good like that, because my PS5 is great, and I just need great games for it. There's got to be more games like Uncharted, though. I think Uncharted, because but every time I play it, it's like it's new. So my memory is so bad. Like I'm playing Uncharted 1 for like the third time, and it's like the first time I ever played. I'm like, oh my God, this is great. I'm like, I know I played this twice before, but it all seems brand new to me. But that's why I love it, because it's like brand new the first time I play it. But that's why I love sports games too, because every game is different. I just.
What about
And
Tomb
there are
Raider?
8 of them
Did you
now?
play Tomb Raider?
Yeah, Tomb Raider's okay. Yeah,
I was not impressed with the first Tomb Raider.
but I get stumped. When I get stumped, I just give up. I fuck it, So I've started like the last 4 Tomb Raiders. I've started them, and then I just get to the part where I can't get out. I'm like, I'll just fuck this. They have to go to a super easy mode or something where you can just get out of it. And they don't do that. So.
I can get Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 for $22 on Amazon.
Dude, they're amazing.
And then there's a Legacy of Thieves remastered for PS5. There's the Nathan Drake Collection. Drake's Fortune, Among Thieves, and Drake's Deception.
That's the first 3.
Okay, that's $20 on Amazon.
And the 4th one is him and his brother. And then the 5th one is just the girls.
There's a 4th one called The Fourth Labyrinth.
Why has everybody switched to YouTube now?
Irene got kicked out. So I think everybody left to join her.
I don't know what Irene says to get kicked out, but we can't have Irene leaving Facebook and then whoever is fucking kicking Irene out, stop. Ridiculous. You're ruining my fucking Facebook number.
That shit's not funny. And then everybody follows her over there.
Yeah.
They all follow her over there, so she's not alone.
Fucking YouTube.
Right.
Make up your mind, people. Make up your mind, because what it does is it fucks all my algorithm up. And all I'm trying to do is I want everybody who gets on whatever to see us as a possibility.
Right.
So if you're going to watch the show on Facebook, watch the show on Facebook. Or if you're going to watch it on YouTube, watch it on YouTube. Or if you're going to watch it on Twitter, watch it. But whatever, just let's get some consistency so we can get in the algorithm. God damn.
If you start on Facebook, stay there. When you go bouncing back and forth,
and whoever the fuck is bouncing Irene, stop. Bullshit. It's just bullshit. It's not funny anymore. God damn.
Unless you're getting kicked out, you should stay on the platform that you start on.
I like what anyone else have a problem finishing a video game other than the OG Mario, DK, and GoldenEye way back when. I don't think I've ever finished. That's why I like the Uncharted games, because I actually will finish them. And it takes a long time to finish them. And the finales are crazy, but I have finished them. That's what makes them so satisfying, is I actually get to the ending. Yeah.
Yeah. I think those are the only games I have finished.
Yeah. I love the old Donkey Kongs.
And the ending to the Uncharted games is phenomenal. Because he either gets the treasure or not. And then the fourth one goes into the future. But I know they said there's one coming out in 2024, so they've obviously made another one.
The coax jack on the back of our TV isn't receiving for some reason, so I can't hook my Super Nintendo up to it to play Donkey Kong, but I would love to get me some Donkey Kong in.
I'd rather cut off a nut than play Donkey Kong.
It's right up your alley, Ray. It's very linear. You have to follow a set path.
Yeah, but I don't know. You die too much. Like the thing with Uncharted is, you can set it to where it's hard to die.
Yeah. So
and then
you can cheat.
Well, you don't not cheat, but go through it, and I like to actually accomplish something. Like you get in, like Uncharted goes with book chapters. And whenever you finish one, you go to the next one, you get a sense of accomplishment. That's what I like, I don't want to have to start over at the beginning every time. That's nuts.
Well, if you didn't suck, you wouldn't have to start over.
And Irene says she doesn't think she said anything specifically wrong. No, I just think it's some fucking douchebag out there that thinks it's funny to report you to Facebook. And it's not fucking funny, because it ruins my algorithm. Because when she goes to Facebook or she goes to YouTube, a bunch of people follow her.
Well,
and all I'm telling people, just be consistent.
Stop following her over there. And whoever is kicking her out, stop it.
It's not funny.
I went back after I noticed she was on YouTube. I scrolled back and the past several of her comments before that, completely benign. Nothing wrong with what she said. So I don't know.
That's what I'm doing now.
Kicked her because they thought it was funny.
Yeah, well, it's not fucking funny.
It's not funny. It ruins my algorithm. My algorithm has been really good lately. We don't need this shit getting ruined.
Kelly says she uses YouTube.
But Kelly, you always use YouTube. That's fine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Why did it keep going away? There it is.
It's not you using it because I clicked it. It's as long as you stay on what you start with, that's fine. It doesn't matter, it doesn't mess things up as long as you finish with what you start with. But it's when everybody moves, that's what fucks it up.
Tyler says whoever's doing it gets her kicked from his show too.
What?
Well, why the fuck's she watching that show?
I don't know. Maybe she likes the way it drains her IQ points.
You want to what? You agree with the politics on that show? You got the brilliant political ramblings of Fat 420. I want to hear fucking. If you want to hear politics from an idiot.
Yeah, we had that. We had that yesterday, I think.
God damn it!
Now, when they start talking about ghosts and shit, I'll watch that show. But any other time, I am not interested.
Steve and I tried to watch one night. They were talking. This is honest to God true. Steve and I tried to watch one night. They're talking about Michelle Obama is really a man. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the hell is this? That Michelle Obama has a bigger dick than me. That was a quote. That was a quote from Tyler and Fat 420's podcast.
Well,
Michelle Obama has a bigger dick than me.
But then so does Steve. So, consider the source.
For God's sakes. This is a woman who has given birth to 2 children. What in the fuck? I mean, Jesus. What in the hell is... And these are the same people that complain whenever any politics come up on my show. You're over there watching that show with those guys giving their political views? I think Trump should be the next president. Oh, my God. Why in the world? Oh, I'm trying to figure out who to vote for. Let me go to a bunch of... Let me find out what these guys think. Jesus Christ. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I can do without the politics. I have no interest in wrestling, but when they start talking about ghosts, yeah, I'll participate. Ghosts or cryptids.
Did you know this Saturday will be one of the coldest NFL football games ever? The Chiefs versus the Dolphins. It's going to be 0 degrees with winds of 10 to 20 miles an hour.
Those Miami players are going to be in trouble.
And Kelsey's not playing. They're sitting him out.
I'm assuming they're playing
him.
Nope. I read it yesterday. He's 16 yards from 1,000 for the season, and the coaches are going to bench him because he said he had ample opportunities last week and he dropped too many passes.
Oh, shit.
So he's going to sit on the bench for this game with the Dolphins.
I think he's hurt.
Which I don't think that's right, but
I think he's hurt. I think.
Well, if you consider it like any other job, you're hired to do a job, and if you keep fucking your job up,
right? Yeah.
Listen, if you just look at the plays where he blocks, he should play every game.
Oh yeah,
every game. It's just the only reason that they would not play him is if he's hurt.
Yeah, they're not. We're not getting the whole story.
There's more to this.
Right.
And he sat out last week. He didn't play last week, Steve.
Right.
He sat out last week. This is the playoffs. He's playing. He's definitely going to play this weekend. They're not going to play the Miami Dolphins and not throw the ball to Kelsey.
How much of an impact is that going to have on Miami, though, that temperature?
A lot. I think I'll tell you now, I think I'm putting money on the Chiefs. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I'm definitely think it's gonna affect Miami.
Yeah. Some people say there's no effect, but there has to be some. These guys are from. They're from Miami. Being in 0 degrees.
Here's one effect. Tyreek Hill has a lower leg injury.
Oh no.
When you get, it's one thing to be in 40 or 50 degree temperatures with a left leg injury.
Yeah.
It's entirely different when you get a lower left he's not going to have his injury speed. And it's below 0.
Yeah.
It's going to affect his it's going to really it's going to smart like an SOB get the game going. So.
Chris Stratton says he should be used to the cold. He played 6 years in Kansas City, but not with an injury.
Listen, I grew up in Illinois, but when I moved to Texas, I started getting cold when it hit 50 after I lived there for a year. And Tyreek Hill's been he's been down in Florida for the last couple seasons. Trust me.
Yeah, so he's acclimated.
When it's cold, when he's cold, he's going to be definitely cold. And with an ankle injury, fuck, it's going to be really hurt.
Yeah.
It's really going to be hurt. And then the other thing is, the other wide receiver, Jalen Waddle, is not playing. And Tyreek Hill, when there's another great wide receiver on the field, it makes Hill get open.
Yeah.
He won't be as open this weekend. I'm telling you that. And Miami has injuries at the wrong time. So yeah, I'm putting money on Kansas City because Pat Mahomes has played cold games the last 3 seasons. He's fine.
Yeah.
We know he'll do good. And that Kansas City defense is badass. It's looking badass. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm putting money on the Chiefs this weekend, Tony, right now.
I think they're going to keep it on the ground, and I think Pacheco can run the ball good and be effective.
Pacheco's fast as hell.
He is.
Yeah. So I like the Chiefs in that game.
Yeah. Luke Getsy and members of his staff have been fired from the Bears.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to wonder how much of a difference that makes, though.
I think that's just the start. You think
they're going to clean house?
Well, yeah. Yesterday they fired Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans. And Vrabel has been he's been to the AFC Championship. He's been to the playoffs. What? 4 out of the 5 last,
He's had good seasons, yeah.
And I'll tell you, Jim Harbaugh is sitting out there, and Harbaugh, as much as he says how he wants to stay in Michigan, he hired an agent 3 weeks ago. He's already talking to teams. And if you don't think somebody like Nashville or the Tennessee or the
Washington,
I think Washington's going to hire Eric Bieniemy.
They should have a silly season like NASCAR does, a certain time of the year when everybody starts swapping teams and owners and coaches and all that other shit. Steve knows what I'm talking about.
This is the week that that they fire coaches. I mean, they started firing coaches Monday.
Yeah.
Then there were people getting fired yesterday, and there's probably going to be people fired today. I think the Bears are trying to make a decision as to whether the head coach is going to go or not. But they just fired a bunch of coaches, right?
Right, yeah.
So I think decisions are coming down today.
And I think the GM likes Fields, so I don't think they're going to let Fields go.
I don't think they're going to let Fields go either.
I think they're going to try to find somebody to help Fields be a better
quarterback. They're going to find a team. They're going to find a team that's out there looking for a quarterback, or that's looking for a quarterback, and they're going to trade them their number 1 pick.
Yeah.
To make sure they get a shitload for it. Yeah. Oh, well. But then again, the owners of that team, as I said yesterday, the owners of the Bears, oh my God. They'll hire people to run their football team based on how good a Christian they are.
Yeah,
and I have no problem. I have no problem with people saying this is my business and I'd rather someone have a good foundation, moral foundation, or whatever. But this is football. When you go to hire somebody for football, you should only care about one thing. How good a football player, how much do they know about football? That's all you should care about. That's all you should care about.
You hire somebody who can get the job done, whether or not they prey on your schedule.
Yeah. That's all you should care about. You're trying to hire someone to coach a football team. It doesn't matter how good a Christian they are.
Yeah, it's the Chicago Bears, not the Chicago Saviors.
Yeah. That means nothing. The Chicago Bears, this is in all honesty, the Chicago Bears should feel very fortunate because I'm telling you, if Chicago got a second football team, nobody would give a shit about the Bears within 5 years.
No.
You'd
have some diehards, but I imagine everybody else would jump ship.
Am I right, Steve?
Yeah, you're exactly right.
You're a football fan. If they come in, say Mark Cuban or somebody with a shitload of money and who runs an organization wisely, say they come in, they decide to buy a second NFL team, put it in Chicago, and they're going to hire the right people, do the right things. How long do you think it'll be before they take over the Bears?
1 year, 1 season.
Yeah. Because people would be sick of the Bears' decision making. It's terrible.
There'll be your diehards, but then once the diehards realize, oh fuck, this other team's way better. Let's go over and watch them.
I don't know. I think the diehards would stick because Chicago diehards have a habit of sticking. You know, I mean, look at Cubs fans. The diehards would stick. Everybody else would jump.
Well, but I'll tell you what, if the White Sox were a better runner, the White Sox are an organization that's run more shittily than the Cubs. Trust me. I grew up a Cubs fan. I am a Cubs fan. If Chicago had a second baseball team that was any good, I would fucking like them.
Yeah, it's hard to like the Sox.
Yeah, it's just, I'm telling you, if a new football team comes in and they're run correctly, people will leave the Bears and they will become fans of this other team.
Yeah.
People in New York said, oh, there will never be Jets fans.
Oops.
Yeah, guess what? They have 2 teams now, and they do just fine.
The Jets has a big fan base.
Yeah, the Jets fan base is gigantic. But so is the Giants fan base.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the city, New York City has, 9 million people living in it? That's more than enough.
Can you imagine what a intra-conference game would do to the city of Chicago? Like if the 2 teams had to play each other? Which, if they do that, it's going to happen.
If they put an AFC team in Chicago,
yep,
it's crazy.
It would be a madhouse on game day.
Breaking news. The Bears also fired quarterback coach Andrew Janko.
Mm-hmm.
They're cleaning house. They are cleaning house.
They're going to bring in an offensive coordinator that knows what he's doing. Mm-hmm.
Tom says he's a Giants fan. Screw the Patriots. I would say screw the Patriots no matter what, Tom. That's the first thing you've ever said that I actually agree with.
Yeah. There's somebody that's getting fired. I think Bill Belichick. I like how Christina doesn't even have her mic on now.
Well, we're talking about football.
You guys start talking about sports, and I'm lost. Kind of like Steve with Star Wars.
Huh?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
We could start talking NASCAR. I talk NASCAR all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I'd be with you.
Kyle Busch over there, he's gonna run a tidy bowl.
We're not going to talk about hillbilly subjects.
Hey, if we start a sports show, we have to include NASCAR.
Yeah.
You were talking about the show you want. Have you listened to Weird Frequencies? The show that Tyler does with Rob Hansen?
No, it's not on at a convenient time for me.
Oh, my God. You should.
Every now and again we pop in.
Dude, that's the show you should check out. Because that one talks about aliens and.
Maybe that's the one I was listening to that had ghosts and shit on it.
Yeah, that's
the one.
It's the one that doesn't have Fat 420 and the wrestlers talking politics. I'm just
okay.
I like Tyler, but I'm just not interested in that. I'm not
that I will watch.
Weird Frequencies. They talk about aliens and other planets, ghosts and Bigfoot. Oh my God, that's a great show.
Yeah, that one I will check out, but the other one I can't get into it.
Yeah,
it's all fart jokes and some idiot screaming a lot.
Karen says, if you start a sports show, are you going to require the host co-host to watch all this? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, not everybody, but at least one person on the panel is going to have to watch the sport that he or she talks about, so you can have some knowledge of what you're discussing.
Yeah.
But in my head, it would be, be football, baseball, hockey, NASCAR. Let's see, we can do boxing, a lot of the major sporting events. And I would say stick to just pro, because I know shit about college on any of those.
Yeah. I don't know.
Basketball,
right now,
that would be in there.
Right now, football is, with the playoffs starting, the regular season ending, football should be in everybody's mind.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, do you see that Derrick Henry? He's going to be available. He is going to be available, Damn. I don't know who's going to get him, but that guy is a badass.
Way to stay topical, Bubba. Way to keep on topic here, Bubba the Baker.
He's the best pro wrestler ever. For me, it's Randy Macho Man Savage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The Macho Man Randy Savage.
You know what I mean?
Are you okay? Are you like popping a blood vessel there? What's going on?
Yeah, he popped one too many.
Macho Man.
Popped one, his heart exploded.
Yeah, no. When I do a sports show, if I do a sports show,
pro wrestling will not be involved in that show because it's not a sport. Yeah. It's theater.
Kelly says, I think there should be a show with all the ladies talking about Listen.
We've talked about that.
Yeah, I have. That has been brought up before, and I have said that time and time again. But goddamn Christina lowered herself.
Oh, good God.
To do a show with Irene. If we get Irene sober enough to do a show.
Well, that ain't going to happen. You'd have to do it at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? She's drunk then.
Good
She's
point.
probably drunk now.
No, she got to teach the kids at school.
Start your show called Lady Parts or something.
Oh, yeah.
And Steve, you're not allowed to watch.
We don't need Steve watching.
Oh,
no.
Irene says she's working on her sobriety. It is a tough road to travel, Irene.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
That's awesome.
But you'll get there.
You will get there.
We're all here to lean on if you need it. It's a hard road to ride.
Well, Steve's not.
Awesome, Irene.
Yeah. I wish you luck. Oh, well. What else? Anything else important we got to get to? Any great news or anything, Steve?
Have to go to the hospital again. What else in there? Fun.
Yeah, but it's good exercise for you.
And you're getting another
infusion.
Yeah, got to get those. Got to get it taken care of. I mean, it's at this point, it's basically what's keeping you alive, and the effort of going from the house to the truck to the hospital and back. That is good for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a workout, but it's good for you. I know, but it won't be. You keep it up, and it won't be exhausting.
I get home at
yeah, but it'll eventually get easier because you're going to lose weight.
Oh, okay, Doctor. Blah, 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 blah.
And your health is going to improve. So don't give up.
At least you're sleeping in your own bed. I think that's nice.
Hell, even a few hours a night in that bed is good for his feet.
Yeah.
How many hours?
I haven't pooped in it yet either, guys. Or eaten any milk duds. Yeah.
I put a mattress protector on your mattress just in
you
case.
did? Okay, good.
Yes, I did.
I went to bed last night.
By the way, I haven't seen Steve's cat today.
She was on the table earlier, and I said, "Get the fuck down, bitch."
We've seen that zoo. We've seen the zoo of animals in Christina and Dan.
My cat listens.
But we haven't seen any of Steve's cat.
I don't know where she is. Oh, she's asleep over on the chair. She knows it's about time for the show.
Well, Steve, I'm glad that you're getting your antibiotics every day.
Oh, yeah.
What time today? 2 o'clock?
Yeah, I usually leave here I get a shower about noon, and I'm out of here by about 12:45, and I'm at the hospital parking lot by about 1:10. And then I have to think about it for a little bit before I cross the street and walk up the ramp, and then I have to go in and say, I'm here for the infusion center. And I say, can you walk all the way? Oh, yeah, I can walk all the way. And I walk down. I sit on a bench for a while, wait for the elevator, and I go up.
But you get your own parking spot.
I'm glad you're doing it.
Well, yeah. And I cheated yesterday, but I don't care. They have spots that are for Pacific for people that are having chemo and people that are with the infusion center. And yesterday, I wanted to be a little closer because it was cold. So I parked in a chemo spot.
Oh, you asshole.
No.
Taking parking away from the chemo people.
Don't you do that.
There's one next to one another. What makes the difference? One spot. God.
So tomorrow when you go,
what makes the difference?
Tomorrow when you go, if all the infusion spots are taken up by cancer patients, isn't that going to piss you off?
Then what I'll do is I'll call security. I'll pull up a security and say, I need a ride from the parking lot, and they'll send a security guy to park I'll go park my car, and then he'll give me a ride. I don't like doing that, but because it's like waste of time. Like by the time I get out of my truck and get into their car, fold up my walker, drive across the street, I just walk across the street.
You just park in a chemo spot and walk across the street. It's our Stever. Oh well. That's our Stevenator.
Yeah. He's trying to think of an excuse, but I think he hit a roadblock.
TCBY. Or whatever the hell it is.
CYA? No, that's different.
I gotta go poop sometime today.
It's on the list, is it? To-do list.
Well, I farted it this morning.
By the way, Corey says, what happened to the snow you were predicting?
What happened? I don't know.
What the hell do I know? I was just reporting what I saw on TV. What the hell do I know?
Right, yeah.
What happened? It's like it's somehow making him happy that I was. It's not that I was hoping for the snow and I'm fucking happy about it. That's all I know.
Well, I'm glad it didn't snow. I don't want to walk. I don't want to fall.
Yeah, I don't want snow. What
After
happened to the snow? I was praying that it wouldn't snow. I still am, by the way. We started this show out with me asking Dan, is there snow in the forecast? We're going to get it. He says we probably won't get it till Thursday, right? Thursday?
Yeah. But weather is just a guessing game anyway. The thing with weather is you have to hope for farts but plan for shit. That's all you can do.
Yeah. I'm just glad it's not snowing today. I'll tell you that. Mm-hmm. Irene says, so whenever I pour a drink, I'll measure how much and log it. And how long until I have another. And work on making it less and less further apart. Irene?
It's a start.
Just stop. No, just stop. Just go cold turkey. You'll be fine.
Identify the things that make you want to have a drink.
Yeah.
And work on changing those.
Or ask yourself, what can I do to substitute? Listen, I used to have an addiction to soft drinks. I would drink a regular soda. And then eventually I switched to diet soda. And then eventually I dropped diet soda. And then I replaced it with water. All right? So I was just drinking water and water and water and water and water. And then I found flavored water. Calorie-free flavored water. So I just put a little bit of that flavored water, and now I have that. And I feel, because I've now switched to flavored water from the regular water, I feel like I'm getting something special, but I'm really not.
Oh, yeah.
All I'm drinking is water. And I feel like And it makes me feel like I'm cheating, but I'm not. I'm just drinking water.
Right.
And Stice, I'm not addicted to gambling. I'm addicted to winning.
Oh,
You don't get addicted to gambling. You get addicted to winning. That's what it is.
the rush of the win.
And I'm not addicted to losing. You know, I'm only happy when I win my bets. I'm not happy when I lose my bets. You know what I mean?
I don't win enough to get addicted to the rush from winning.
Yeah, no, I get, but my wins are lately like I win $130 here. I'll win, a couple $100 there. You know what? That's what you get addicted to.
How much are you risking to do that, though?
$5.
That's one of the reasons I don't go to casinos, because to win big, you have to risk big, and there's something in my brain that won't let me risk big.
Good. You have a brain. That's what it is.
Yeah, I spent too much time without money to just go throwing it into a machine, and hopefully it returns.
Yeah. I must have lost my bet last night. Yeah, I did.
Let me see what I have.
I picked the Lakers to beat Toronto, which
I don't
they
have.
did.
I don't have a lot on my account because I keep betting what you tell me to bet, and they keep taking my money away.
How dare you? How dare you?
I keep following your betting advice, and my account keeps dropping.
I'm in the hundreds, so I'm doing good. Karen wants to know if we're keeping Steve awake. Yeah, it looks like.
No, you're not keeping me awake. I just woke up. I just woke up at 7:45.
Because he
sleeps so good now. It's crazy.
It's because he's doing that weed now.
I don't get up to PML tonight. I want to go to sleep at 10 o'clock. It's like old person. And I don't stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning anymore.
Just like an old person. I think perhaps because you are an old person.
Yeah.
After following all of Ray's gambling advice, I have $18 in my FanDuel account.
I do have a birthday coming up.
Well, Irene, I'm proud of you. Whatever advancement you're taking, I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Any progress is progress.
I'm saying when I stop smoking, when I stop drinking soda, when I stop, what I mean?
How many hits have I had today?
We don't know.
Sounds like about 30.
No.
What were you up to yesterday morning, Steve? Like 70 hits by the time you got on?
At least you're not smoking during the show, thank God.
Right.
So I'm guessing 5. It sounds like I'm guessing
0.
I'm guessing you've had 5 good hits.
Really?
0. I have to go to the hospital. I sure the hell can't be high and go to the hospital. That'd be
Good point.
Stupid.
All right, we got to wrap it up so I can go work out. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. and we'll talk to you guys then. Thanks so much for checking us out. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Okay.